Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Lawrence. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. 17-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Look at me, zipper. Let's go, let's go. Hey, Haywood. Get it.
Looking to throw. Lawrence throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
53, check 53. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Don't get nervous. Let's go.
2nd and 9 now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. Go. Wild field. Hey, high 7.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Let's go. Here we go.
2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here we go. Go. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
They'll look to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Hey, Alpha.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Second and long. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. They're on 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go.
He's got daylight past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 49.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Yep. Motion, check. Shift. Hey, exit.
Hey, here we go. Mike's 50.
Now.
And they give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
That's track.
Go.
Hey, keep it up. Hey, Mike's 50. Hey, watch the ball.
Hey, Delta.
2nd and 13. And this one complete to Smith. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey.
You must be
Mike
dreaming.
50. It's a
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Look at me. Zipper. Watch the run. Go Mike 50. Hit it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, team 6. Go.
Mike's 50.
Get it.
Back to throw. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Hey, go.
Mike's 50.
Go.
Here we go. 50.
Now.
In your face.
Hey.
50's the Mike.
I'm coming. Hey, Zoo.
50, Mike's 50.
Let's go.
On 4th down, Lawrence. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Go.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
50's the Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike 50.
Let's go one more. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day. Fight.
Looking to throw. Lawrence under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Bravo. Hard. Hard. Ready?
Back to throw. Lawrence. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 13 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Now a give, right side. Delaney. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
53 is the mark. They can't hang with that.
2nd and 1. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 41-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Check 53, Mike. Push him back. Push him.
Exit.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Get him. Get him.
Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Lawrence looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 26. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go,
Hey, wahoo!
2nd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 76 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
Hey, watch this, watch it.
49, check 49, check 49.
Ready? Here's a toss coming right. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Watch the twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 45's the mark. Ready, go.
On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
2nd and 14. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. Hey, Delta. Now.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Look at me, zipper.
Let's go.
Hey, orbit. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They'll run on first down. Delaney. Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a give, right side. Delaney. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 3, check 3. Out, center.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. 27 yards there, a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Where's 52?
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
New Mike 52, Mike 52.
They'll try the left side. Delaney. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Hey, echo.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, zoom.
Throwing again. Lawrence looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here we go, 50. Go. Mike 50. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 50.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ready. 50, plant. Now.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
I got you. Check 52's the mic. Check.
They'll try the left side. Delaney. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Mark 52. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
52's the mic.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Ready.
And to give this time to the tailback. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
an opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Go, go. Snap.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. He's got Smith here. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Ready up.
Hey, we got Mike, number 4.
Hey, Haywood.
I got you.
Shoot.
On first and 10, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Ready,
So
break.
following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20.
You mine.
Check safety, check safety. Safe. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Five. Set, go.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Bravo. Defense.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 44. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now a give, right side. Delaney, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up. X3, 218, chop it. Hey! Hey! High 7. Get it.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14.
Don't get nervous.
Let's go, Mike. Let's go.
Off the bootleg. Lawrence. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 3rd down gain of 19.
And the Vikings first down.
On the ready.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Get up. Smooth.
Mike's 50.
Now they try the right side here. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on them to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Off the flag.
Check 52. Rush in. Rush in. 5.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They come out here in the eye. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Go. Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out. Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
Any weapons?
Check 24. Check 24. Check.
Check 37. Check 37. Hey, Foxtrot.
On 4th down, Lawrence. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Redskins are able to come up with a goal line stand.
Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
Watch the motion. Watch the motion. Mike, 52. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Now back to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And got his man complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10.
Watch the eye.
Back to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. There he goes, right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On the set. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm here all day. Hey! Me. 6.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Check 53's Mike. Here we go, let's bring it.
On first down, Delaney. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're going to look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And to give this time to the tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You ain't got nothing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
90, 65, 65.
Now a handoff looking right. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Go. Go. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Rabbit. Chance. Hatchet.
Back to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike, 53, Mike. You remember me? Let's go, baby. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. All day. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 50. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe it. Boom. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 26. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
And the blitz does come. Now a desperation throw. Deep depth. He's got him in. Complete. The 20. 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Redskins, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
big number, big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos.